He may have been married for years.
You're rolling.
And now for a look at sports.
That's right, it's time now for your local sports here on the Morning Brew, and we are your source for high school sports Friday night coverage on both your number one country 92.1 and 102.1 FM, The Good Path. At 5:45, Shane Harmeyer and Horatio coach Mark King preview the undefeated Lions home matchup with Foreman. At 6 o'clock, it's Friday night high school football preview show as Brad Hayworth previews every matchup around Arkansas. Then at 6:30, we go live to Dick Hayes Stadium with Jay Bunyard and Shane Harmeyer on 102.1 FM, The Good Path, for the Leopards broadcast as DeQueen battles the Ashdown Panthers at 7 o'clock. Meanwhile, your number one country 92.1 also goes live to Jim Pinson and Quentin Bagley at Dick Hayes Stadium for the Panthers broadcast of the 71st meeting between the two schools in an old rivalry that dates back to 1927. Then after all the football games at 10 o'clock, it's the Farm Bureau Friday night scoreboard show with 2 hours of action-packed information, reports, and scores from around every game around the natural state with your host, Rex Nelson. It's the most comprehensive Friday night high school sports coverage on the radio, online, and also available on your free Leopards and Panthers apps, available for download on your cell phone. So plan to catch all the exciting action on your source for high school sports, your number one country 92.1 and 102.1 FM, The Good Path.
And another action on Friday night. It'll be Foreman at Horatio, Dirks at Falk. Nashville will be at Watson Chapel, Mansfield at Mena, Murfreesboro at Center Point, Prescott at Hope, Arkansas High at Marshall, Texas, Sequoia at Broken Bow, Idabel at Evangel Christian Academy. Lake Hamilton will travel to Fort Smith Southside, Magnolia at El Dorado, Hot Springs at Arkadelphia, Malvern at Hot Springs Lakeside, Maumelle at Fountain Lake, Bismarck at Cutter Morning Star, Curtin at Glen Rose, and Genoa at Spring Hill.
And of course, Friday, it's the 71st meeting between DeQueen and Ashdown tonight. That's right, at Dick Hayes Stadium, in a rivalry that dates back to 1927. The Leopards lead the all-time series with 34 wins to 31 for Ashdown and 5 ties. However, Ashdown has won 12 out of the last 14 meetings. Leopards coach Justin Kramer lists the keys to victory tonight's in Ashdown.
I mean, if we do our job and we take care of the football.
I read that personally, clean,
silly
100%.
Inopportune times. You're going to get penalties, you know.
Hey,
but
look,
we seem to get them
turn it
last
sideways.
week at the worst possible time. So if we can do a better job of that and cleaning up some assignment football, I think we'll be okay. And then defensively, we've got to keep them in front of us. We've got some really good athletes.
I'm losing connection too.
They do some different things
Just
with
irritates
them
me.
and get in
Yeah.
space. And they'll, pound the ball up the middle and get you sucked in and then try and get it out there. So we just got to make sure we're reading our keys and tackling.
DeQueen fans can catch all the exciting action on your official home of the Leopards, 102.1 FM, The Good Path, a.k.a. Leopard Network, tonight with Jay Bunyard and Shane Harmeyer. The Leopards and Panthers tee it up at 7 o'clock tonight at Dick Hayes Stadium in Ashdown.
Then Saturday, folks, the Arkansas Razorbacks will host the Texas Tech Red Raiders in Fayetteville at 6 o'clock. Airtime with Chuck Barrett, Keith Jackson, and the crew is set for 3 Saturday afternoon on your Razorback station for all of Southwest Arkansas. It's your number one country, 92.1.
And that's going to bring us in our coach here on the Morning Brew. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning, guys. How are you guys?
Good to have you again in this Friday.
Good to be here every Friday.
Every Friday. I'm looking forward to a good season, I got to say.
Yes, we're proud so far, the way we started the season. Opened up the season against Mena, got a victory. Played Nashville last week, very tough opponent. Played well. We first half was a defensive battle. It's 6-0 going into half, and they score a defensive touchdown on a fumble. So we're proud of the way our guys battled, and they come out second half. We got a good stop defensively, offense. We go down, we score. Nashville, they're a juggernaut. Number 2 team in 4A, and kind of wore us down second half. a couple long runs, touchdown pass, and pulled out a victory. But man, our kids, they play extremely hard, never give up. You know, they go both ways, and you know, they leave it all out there every Friday night for us.
Yeah, last week was a great game, though. I mean, you could take some positives when you look at the progress of the Queen Leopards. Last week, going into halftime, down by 6. Is that correct?
Yes.
I mean, there's an accomplishment right now. You were able to literally shut down that vaulted offense for a whole half.
Right. You know, that's a testament to our kids. You know, last 2 years, you know, honestly, we were out of the game, you know, very early second quarter last 2 years, and for it to be just 6-0 game at half, and really hope them not scoring offensively, just defensively, is a testament to our program and where it's come in the last 2 years. So it's a testament to our kids and how well they've worked hard.
Well, this week, you know, it's one of those things. You play the 7-4-8 conference in your non-conference action, and because, I mean, if you're going to play a 7-4-8 group, you might as well play that 7-4-8,
exactly.
right?
You better play the best. And, you know, we feel like we play in the toughest 5A conference, and the 7-4-8 is the toughest 4A conference. And it's a great tune-up for us in non-conference to get us ready for our conference play.
And this week, the Ashdown Panthers, Coach.
The Ashdown Panthers doesn't get any easier. You know, they're just as fast as Nashville. You know, offensively do things a little different. Nashville's going to spread you out. Ashdown, you know, they get in the eye, you know, run the football, and then they got receivers that can run. They got the North Cross kid out wide. The Hill kid at quarterback, he can run, he can throw. It's different dimension, way they try to attack you offensively, but they still do the same things. Get the guys out in space. Quarterback can throw, he can run. So you're still trying to defend that dual threat quarterback that can run and throw.
What is it that you do a little bit differently this week to prepare for that spread versus run and throw quarterback?
Well, Ashdown, you know, they're trying to make you commit one way. You know, are you going to bring down 8 or 9 guys in the box, stop the run, or are you going to leave 6 to 5 in the box, stop the pass? You know, they're going to make you decide what you're going to try to stop. You know, it's hard to stop both. I thought last week against Nashville, you know, we contained their speed pretty well first half, and that's what we got to do this week is contain that speed. But more importantly, you know, we got to stop the run. Defensively, you got to stop the run anytime you're going to win a football game.
Now, you're the defensive coordinator, so you kind of watch a lot of film on the Ashdown offense. Kind of tell us some players that we need to keep an eye on this week.
Yes, they start at quarterback. They have a sophomore, he's a big kid. He's about 6'2", 6'3", the Jaden Hill kid. Man, he can sling it around. He can run. Out wide, you know, they got the North Cross kid. You know, he's got offers from Monroe. I know Louisiana Monroe. So you know, that kid. They got the Solomon kid that can run. So you know, they attack you a lot of different ways. They got a fullback, he's a tough kid, runs hard, breaks a lot of tackles on film. You know, Hope had a tough time tackling that kid. So we got to do a great job tonight of tackling.
Well, it's going to be an exciting matchup. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, you know, it's going to be, you know, last week it was a great atmosphere here at the Queen. We had a whiteout. The community came out. Student section was awesome. You go to Ashdown, it's kind of the same environment. You know, I coached there 2 years, so I kind of know what to expect. Everybody's right there on top of you. Their community loves football, so it's going to be another great atmosphere tonight.
Absolutely, and of course, you got plenty of people that can travel because it's not that far. But if you can't travel, you've got the both sides of the football actually. The Queen side on 102.1 FM, The Good Path, the Leopard Network, and the Ashdown side right here on your number one country 92.1.
Yeah, if you want somebody to pick on, you know, you listen to 92.1 and listen to those guys because you just never know what's coming out of their mouth.
All right, Coach, we appreciate you.
Yes, thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
We'll be back. That's going to wrap it up for your local sports on the Morning Brew. Weather up next, brought to you by the Queen Auto Group.
What if I told you that there was a man
Coach.